It's 9:30. Got my share for a second. Let's see who's on. We have Michael on yet?
Still admitting people in. So
Still
here he
admitting people
comes.
tonight. We'll give it a minute. I love seeing everybody. It feels like forever since we've seen everyone. Ah, there he is.
Sorry I'm late. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm missing the bacon this morning.
No bacon today, unless you're at home making it, guys. We're usually in the country club for this January back to business sales rally. But
missing the bacon, missing the eggs, the sausage. So
I got coffee.
We have coffee. Why do you have two cameras on you? I'm looking at a side profile and a front profile. Do you you're going back and forth like you do on TV?
I want to make sure I can see the audience when the slide shows up.
Awesome. So thanks everyone for coming. Looking forward to our back to business Zoom sales rally get together. So jump right into this, Ryan.
All right, I'm going to share my screen so we can have our PowerPoint up. All right, so welcome to our January 2021 sales rally. As always, let's begin with our January birthdays, and there are a lot. So happy birthday to everyone that has a birthday in January. I know I saw Ryan on, I saw Sherry on. Can't see the whole audience, but happy birthday to everybody. Enjoy your COVID not going out birthdays.
It's been an interesting year. I've had lots of conversations this week that we all expected come January 1st, the new year, everything would be different, everything would change. And one of the things Gary Keller said the other day that was kind of interesting is politics, social equity, and pandemics don't live by a calendar. They kind of go their course. And just because we went from December 31st to January 1 doesn't mean everything's behind us. So in time, everything will work itself out.
Absolutely. Happy work anniversaries. Ronnie Skinner, I don't know if you're on, but 9 years. Congratulations.
Nice.
4 years, Elizabeth Killian and Pam Pugh. 3 years, Anthony and Veronica Caruso, and Geraldine. Congratulations. We are excited to be in business with all of you. Happy anniversary.
Those 3 years just vested. 3 years in a day, they just vested.
Let's welcome our new agents to the family. Let's welcome Patricio. He already put up a new listing. Mark Hadnett put up 4 new listings, so congratulations on that and welcome. Evan Eckert, Cindy Bowl, Mana, welcome home, Tina Joshi and Christina Healing. They came out of referral and they came back. And welcome Wendy Sonoy. We're excited to have all of you with us. Bucket fills, it's my favorite part. I'm gonna actually stop sharing my screen so I can see you guys. Who has some bucket fills to share? I'm gonna kick it off if I can. Thank you to our staff. Our MCA office has been working tirelessly, even with the office closed, getting you guys paid timely, 1099. So they've been really killing it. Thank you so much.
1099s, every MCA's favorite time of the year. I don't know what's more fun, MCA's 1099s or the broker Circle of Excellence applications. Those two things go hand in hand. They just make a beautiful January.
That leads into my next thank you. Thank you to Sally Smith for taking care of the Circle of Excellence for all of our agents. We had a lot of applications this year, so congratulations, everybody. And thank you, Sally, for keeping that super organized. You guys are a very organized broker. And thank you, Sam, for all you do for us with the tech and holding down the front in the court there. We're happy to have you. So who's next? Bucket fills.
I'd love to thank Ryan and Sam. You guys are unflippin' believable. Thank you for everything you guys do. And I'm sorry, I'm not tech smart, but thank you for helping me get an assistant. You guys are just totally the best.
Thank you. Anyone
I'll
else?
share too, just on what Ryan, you said already, but thanks to Mary Ellen and to Sally for the Circle of Excellence help. That was so great and so easy. It was the easiest year ever for me. So thank you.
I want to thank all of you real quick, and then feel free to jump back in, for being patient. The last couple of weeks when we decided to make that change of kind of restricting the office, closing the office to some degree, and now we're doing a phased reopening. I know that's stressful for some that enjoy working in the office environment. And 2020 was a year of impossible decisions. No matter what decision you make as a leader, some like it, some don't like it. So I always look at what's the best decision I can make to keep people safe. And that's kind of where I lead with that. think we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing now with some access back in. But I just want to thank you all for your understanding and support. I know how disruptive that could be.
Thank you, Michael. Anybody
I
else?
wanted to give a shout out to Sam Hansen as well. Big thank you for allowing us to do a command at night for our dual career agents at 5:30 on Tuesdays. I know that takes up some of your time that you might have wanted to spend at home with your new dog. So thank you.
Awesome. All right, if there's no others, we'll keep on going.
Oh,
Update regarding Zillow, the bane of my existence. Michael, I'm gonna
everyone's
one for you.
favorite topic, Zillow. So obviously this has been a big topic conversation lately. And we actually had about a 45-minute discussion with Josh Team and Gary Keller on Tuesday at our meeting where they kind of brought some things into clarity too. So the first thing I'll say is we have no control over Zillow. Zillow is a separate company. They make decisions. They don't consult real estate companies when they make the decisions. Two big decisions they made lately was they start charging for rentals. So if you have rentals and you want them on Zillow, they charge $9.99 a week. Again, if we all remember the history of Zillow, when they first came in, said, give us your listings for free. We'll make our money off the ads we charge on our site. That didn't work. So then they added a $39 a month to be a premier agent. That didn't work. And they added a $99 a month to be a premier agent. That didn't work. Then they went to, depending on the zip code and the leads, we're going to charge between $400 and $4,000 a month. That didn't work. Then they went referral. That's not working. So what they've done at this point is they've decided to get into business for themselves. They've decided to become a broker because as a vendor, Zillow was paying about $50 million a year for their feeds, for their data feeds from all the MLSs, because that's how the MLS does it with vendors. They charge the vendor back for it. So Zillow said, we can carve out 50 million by just being a broker and getting the IDX feeds as a broker. What Zillow didn't realize was the feed that brokers get through IDX is very different from the feed that vendors get. Vendors actually have a lot more data that's easier to understand, and they don't have the rules that we have as brokers of what we can and can't do under IDX. So Zillow is going through quite an ordeal right now, trying to fix what they didn't know was going to break when they changed their feeds to save that money. So I saw an email yesterday that it's the number one issue Zillow is dealing with is trying to correct the feed. There's open houses missing. There's listings not showing where they should be. Zillow is working through that process. They're hoping to have it resolved in the next week. But it is a national problem. It's happening with every company. Every company is dealing with something different with it. But it's a move they made to ultimately be their end goal. Well, here's the silver lining. The last thing I'll say on it. This is kind of interesting time because they decided to go as a broker. They're going to have more restrictions on what they can and can't do with the data. So this is actually going to help us as realtors because they're not going to just be able to kind of push your name aside or limit, where your name or our name shows up on the listing. So we'll actually put us in a position for the first time in over 10 years where Zillow's got to play by the same rules that we do. So it'll be interesting to watch how this shapes up over the coming weeks. And I'll do my best to keep you in the loop on what's going on as that continues. Any questions on Zillow or anything going on there? Anything I just mentioned? Does that clear anything up, or does that help anyone understand a little bit more about what's going on? Or was that just kind of more of what you already knew? I've stunned you into silence. All right. We'll keep going.
All right, we'll keep on going. Bold abstract title is Luke on.
He's just texting me that he's probably on the wrong link. Let me send him the link and we'll come back to him.
We'll come back to Luke. All right. Welcome to our 2021 ALC. I am super excited to welcome all 12 of our members: Elise Alden, Marjorie Brown, Jill DeGrazio, Roxanne Formisano, Cheryl Mataluna, Claudia Marone, Lauren Molinaro, Courtney Orlando, Shari Pollock, Ginny Russo, Misty Reynolds, and Lisa Van Hara. Shari, you volunteered to say a couple words.
Good morning, guys. Happy January. We have such an amazing group of leaders together for you to access and to, reach out to. We have 12 members. We have great things coming up. We'd love to see all of you join one of our groups. You don't have to join one of the groups that you're assigned to a leader with, and just plug in and let's make this year the best year yet.
Absolutely. Anybody else from the ALC on? I'll stop my screen share so I can see you guys. Anybody else want to add anything from the ALC?
I want to just quickly thank last year's ALC. It was an odd year, to say the least. And what we did with all of our planning in November and December for the year, kind of the wheels fell off in March. So thank you to the ALC for last year that did participate. And that was not the easiest year to serve, but we definitely appreciate your time. And some of you came back this year. So happy to have you on the team for 2021 too.
Thank you, everybody. It was a great group. We're excited. All right, Project Destined. I'm going to give this one to Michael to talk about.
Yeah, so this is an interesting effort we're doing. So the New York Tri-State region, this is a regional thing, decided to partner with Project Destined. Project Destined goes into urban environments to help underserved youth get educated and take a path in the direction of real estate. And they serve about 20 to 30 kids per year over 3 years. And so we're piloting this program. We set a goal to raise $150,000. That will allow us to support this effort for 3 years. We got into it, and simultaneously we brought the LA regions into it because Project Destined is working with the mayor's office in LA. So they're doing it. And we found out in the last week that Keller Williams International is looking to adopt Project Destined as a partner nationally as well. So what we'll be doing going into the coming years is Project Destined goes into the underserved areas to help youth get in real estate. And KW in the fund we're creating is designed to help more adults career transition from other careers into real estate. So, we set this goal of 150,000, breaks down to about 3,500 per market center. For all the market centers that I'm involved with, I funded it with half of it out of the gate, out of my own pocket. So I donated the first 1725, and everyone, if you can donate a little something, a couple of dollars, will make it a long way to get us to our $3,500 goal. But it's a great organization, and again, we're looking to pilot this in our region, but then take it national over the coming years. So, a great organization. Sam, I think, has a link. He's going to put the link in the box. This will take you to a GoFundMe where you can see videos and get more information on what Project Destined is all about, and then make a small donation if you feel that it's a cause worthy for you.
And for all my competitive people, the more we donate, the higher we get on the leaderboard. I'm willing to throw 100 of it myself right now. Sam has the link. He's going to throw it in the chat box. So feel free to click on that and let's show KW, that we care.
Look at that burly Luke Tyler who just jumped on the call. Look at that beard, man. It's looking good.
Thank you. I'm keeping it trimmed. We're on the other Zoom. Well, hey, everyone. How are you? I guess it's time for me. I just wanted to first give you a little background on who I am. Last week we went into all that, but today my message is about culture. So what we've done and what I've done, I've built Simplicity Title, and now we're building these JVs, and we've been successful. But the only reason why is because who you partner with and share the same culture and the values is really going to make you successful. So our partners in our JVs that we have are super successful because of the partnership and family, God, family, and then work. That's part of the culture we share, but we also have compassion, servant leadership. But what I want to talk to you about today, obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on. I want you to know that this is a time for birth of a beautiful company, for us to be bold about it. And we also have a vision plan that I'll get out later on about how we're going to grow this past just the market center. Why we use the word abstract title is so abstract can get us into other states. You're not allowed to use the word title in other states. This is something to get excited about, more to come. But for right now, if you can support us, any deals coming to Simplicity would help, because we're going to be, doing an MSA with your company. Michael can talk more to that offline with you guys.
And just so you know, this is a JV that's going to be, owned between Luke and Simplicity and the Basking Ridge Market Center. It's going to benefit our profit share, the dividends that the market center will come into the profit share system. There'll also be some ownership opportunities for agents. And we'll be reaching out to you on that over the coming weeks and kind of introduce what that looks like also. So this is kind of a cool opportunity that allows you to get some other stream of income while supporting a company that you partially own. So its sister company, Agility, has been very well in Morristown the last couple of years. This bold abstract, you might notice the term bold in the color, is specifically the partnership between Luke's Title Company and KW Town Square.
Yes. And I also want to note one quick thing. I know I'm taking an extra second, Michael, but please bear with me. I've been thinking a lot about KW and the office space and all this other stuff. There are so many people that are sick of being at home that they can't wait to come back. So what I think is going to happen is that people that might have left or whatever, there's going to be a rebound effect because they need to come back and get the training. They're not getting the training that they're getting at the other places. And so all my other realtor friends from all the KWs are like trying to like deal with these other agencies. So I just want you to know that KW is super strong out in the markets that I see, and it's because of that culture. And so I'm so blessed to be a part of this, and I'm really going to work really hard for that. But I do believe there's going to be a rebound effect back to KW big.
Thanks, Luke. And one comment on that. In Bergen County, we just had an 80 million, a 60 million, and a 50 million Coldwell Banker agents join. It's actually total like 12, 15 agents with their teams, with 3 huge CB agents join. When I talked to each of them and said, hey, why did you join Keller Williams? All of their message was the same. They're like, when the pandemic happened, we never heard from Coldwell Banker. We never heard from our manager. We never heard from anyone in our office. And we got, we were invited to more training at KW and got more calls from KW. And the training that we've done here in the last few months is better than we've ever had at CB. And again, we're working as a quick pivot into the Zoom environment. And like Luke said, there's a lot of companies that haven't really responded to changing what they do at the level we have. So it's definitely sending a nice message out in the marketplace. So thanks for saying that, Luke.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for the time.
Thank you. All right. Big basket. All right. A word from one of our mortgage partners, Shane Force. Are you on?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me. So we did see, just give everyone an update. We did see mortgage rates increase a bit. January 7th, 8th, 11th, 12th. We've kind of stabilized now, but they are probably up about 1/8 to 1/4% from where they were around New Year's. So still in fantastic territory, but they're a little bit higher than they were. So I've been getting a lot of calls from people about renovation loans the last week. I guess there's, not a lot of inventory. So people are looking to, look at the home that's on the market. If it's in a good location, do renovation loans. So they have been much more abuzz the last week or two. So keep that in mind, that if you can't find that home, the inventory is low, a renovation loan could work. It's not going to close in 30 days, most realistically, in terms of getting a contractor, getting plans, specs, permits. Contractors normally take time to get all that worked up and modify those as well. So something to keep in mind and keep in your arsenal that could transform a place that's in a good location and kind of create the inventory that might not be there on the market for you or for that buyer.
Thanks, Shane.
All right.
All right. Let's recognize some of our agents. So agents with a home run. And as a reminder, what's a home run? A home run is an agent who had a new listing, an under contract, and a closing all in the same month. So congratulations to Courtney Orlando, James Longo, Karina Abad, Missy Reynolds, Michelle Klug, and Veronica Caruso. Congratulations to our cappers. And for our newer agents, capping means that they are going to now earn 100% of their commission. So these are cappers for December. Congratulations to Cheryl, Joe McGowan, Courtney Orlando, and Al Sweeter. And congratulations on your very first transaction, Mary Palladino. Here's some more agent recognition. As you guys know, we are a company of systems and models, and we're always big on looking at your numbers. So let's look at how well we're doing here. So top individual for listings taken for the month of December. Congratulations to Cheryl Mataluna. Top individual for closed units. We had a three-way tie for number one. Pretty exciting. Congratulations to Claudia Marone, Joan McGowan, and Jill Cannon. Top individual for closed volume, Joan McGowan. Congratulations again. Huge congratulations to the top team who basically had a home run in all the categories here, right? Top team in written units and volume, in closed volume and units, and listing sold volume and units. This team did about $5.6 million in the month of December alone.
Alan, Michelle, that was amazing. Congratulations on an awesome month. Did you sleep at all in December, out of curiosity?
It was a busy month, but it was a good month.
Nice. Great way
What's
to end
the
the year.
secret?
Well, hard work.
Don't slow down and just keep reaching out to people.
Well, congratulations.
Now, Alan, quick question. I know you do some stuff. I know you both do some stuff down by the shore. What have you seen in that second home market down by the Jersey Shore? Has that been a crazy market? You're muted, Al. You're still muted.
Want me to talk for him?
Yeah, can you translate what he's saying?
I'm muted, sorry. Yeah, the market down there is absolutely crazy. There's tremendous demand and no inventory, and we're seeing prices skyrocketing. So it's been very, very busy. Michelle's working with a lot of buyers down there right now. But I'm going to take this opportunity to tell every other agent in this company that if you have somebody who's looking to buy a beach house down in Ocean County, think of us. We gladly pay referral fees.
Yeah, or someone looking to sell a beach house in Ocean County.
Or sell a beach house in Ocean County. Even
You know,
better.
again, because they spend time in both markets quite a bit. It's a lot better to give it to someone who knows the market that's down there consistently, as opposed to just trying to wing it. So definitely think of Alan, Michelle.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, congratulations to a top group. Again, another home run in listings taken, volume in units, written volume in units, and closed volume in units, and listings volume in units for the month of December. Congratulations to the Michelle Klug team.
Nice job, Michelle. And again, we'll talk about Michelle more in a few minutes. We'll talk about an amazing year.
So as you guys know, we did not have a sales rally in the month of December. So we have to recognize our agents of the month for November and December. So our agent of the month for November doubled her business in 2020 after, 2020 was a challenging year for all of us and her too. But to double your volume is amazing. So I want to congratulate Lori Scapper for being agent of the month for November.
To reinforce, she doubled her business between 19 and 20. So to double your business in a year with all the challenges we had is amazing. Congratulations, Lori.
And then our agent of the month for December, I think she had her best year in business ever.
$115 million in closed volume, approximately.
Something like that. Congratulations to Michelle Klug, our agent of the month for December.
Congratulations, Michelle, and everyone that works with you. I know that's a team effort there.
All right. Technology update. Where's Sam Hansen?
Hey, everybody. Yes. Sorry, I had my thing on mute here for a little while. Hi, everybody. Thanks again for the shout outs earlier. Thank you so much. Just a quick technology update. A couple little things here. So I know there are a few folks that are still, we're still working with the e-edge to command transition. We're still working on coming up with some plans and things like that to make that transition a little bit smoother for you guys. So keep an eye out. I'm still working with some of you. We'll still kind of keep that rolling, but just, wanted to call attention to that. If any of you do have any other questions with that kind of transition, just reach out, let me know, and we'll tackle that. One other thing, command training. So as you guys know, I do my command training classes on Thursdays, but I'm also going to be partnering up, especially for February and moving forward. Brian over at KW Metropolitan, he teaches a Tuesday class. So we're going to start piggybacking off each other. So I'll probably teach something on a Thursday. We'll have some sort of follow up on a Tuesday, and we'll start kind of coordinating that better. But having said that, if there's anything in particular that you guys want me to cover, especially for February, we're going to be putting together our training calendar. shoot me an email, shoot me a text, let me know. I want to make sure that, we cover it. We add it to the calendar. There's a ton that we can cover. So I just want to hear from you
Hey,
guys.
Sam, I've got an idea. We had a few agents request, and please let me know if you guys think this is valuable, to do a training on QR codes. How to create a QR code, use it for your marketing and things like that. We're definitely seeing the limited times I've been to restaurants, the use of a QR code is becoming more and more available. So some folks talked about having it as a rider on signs, things like that, especially in communities that are heavily walked. So we maybe put some training class behind how to create and use a QR code in your marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's perfect. All right, keep an eye out for that. We'll tackle that one. And yeah, just last but not least, I just want to remind you guys, if you ever miss a recording from any of our classes, we're keeping a full list of all those recordings at kwtownsquare.net. So be sure to check that out. And if you guys ever need anything, always here, call, text, email, and here to help you. So that's what I got.
Thanks, Sam.
Mhm.
All right, now broker corner time. Where is Sally Smith?
Hi, everybody. Good morning. You can change to the next slide. That
All
is
right.
the intro, just to get me ready to know I had to do it. So what I have up on the screen right now, everybody, is for compliance. Believe it or not, even though we've all come into the business and we all know about lead paint disclosures, they've been causing issues, I guess, in trying to get your paychecks once you close, because they haven't been completed properly. They haven't been completed, just issues. So just to make it easy, I put this one slide together just to be a gentle reminder of the importance of lead paint. 1978 is that borderline between needing one and not needing one for house construction. So please keep in mind, I've looked at the form. I hope that you all read it once a year so you know what you're having your client sign, whether you're representing a buyer, seller, or both. But at the end of the day, every single one of those spots where an initial belongs has to have an initial. There are elections along the lines with check boxes, and they need to be completed. And so if it's not, and it's not signed, the form is incomplete and subject to a fine up to $16,000. And we wouldn't want that to happen to anybody, because that would certainly wipe out probably the commission on what you just did. The one piece that seems to be of most concern to agents, and they're questioning why, is the section on the buyer side where the buyer is acknowledging, it's their first question. I can't read this little form, so I'm going to apologize to you, so I don't remember the number of it, but it's the question that says, have you received everything from the seller? And the debate has been, if the seller hasn't provided any information to you because they don't have physical information to provide to you, no tests, no whatever, that does not mean they have not provided it to you. If they've completed the upper part of the form that you haven't received physical information, but you've received information, nothing exists, you in fact have received information from the seller. And we do need your initials in that spot. Thanks very much for listening, and we'll move on to the next one.
After this, I want to add something after this regarding E&O insurance as well, Sally.
Go right ahead, because I'm going into a whole nother topic, Michael.
Well, as we're talking about lead-based paint, we're in a market right now where lawsuits are rising, and it typically happens in a seller's market where the buyers got in bidding wars and had to pay more than they wanted to. The seller didn't feel like they got enough. So we're seeing more and more lawsuits. And what that's actually causing is our E&O insurance is going up astronomically. I can tell you Morristown just got the new rate for the new year, and it's up 70% over last year. And again, not that we're doing wrong things, but every time there's lawsuits, we got to go through the process. What I want to reinforce with this is there's 4 key items that we asked for as part of the contract, as part of the file, because these 4 key items will waive our what's called deductible. If we have 4 items in the file, then if we do get sued, we don't have to pay the deductible, which is $5,000 a suit. And those 4 items are a state-approved sales contract, attorney review correspondence, the attorney was involved, a home inspection was done, and a home warranty was either bought or waived. So people often ask, why are we asked to do this home warranty? That home warranty will save us money with not having to pay a deductible, because those are the four things the insurance requires to be able to waive the deductible on our policy. So again, I want to give you some rationale as to why every form we ask for, we don't ask for just to make your life challenging. Every form we ask for is for a purpose. This one is a $16,000 lawsuit, a $16,000 fine if it's not signed the same day as the contract. So all these things we're doing because it makes sense for you, for us, for all of us to keep us safe and save money overall. Because again, for those of you that have been around, has the cost ever changed in Town Square?
Never.
No. It's been $25 a month since 2007, 2008. So again, we do these things so we can hopefully keep those costs very low. Back to you, Sally. Sorry.
No problem, no problem. We're going to move on to a whole nother topic. And it's my new thing called Did You Know? Did you know? So I've been doing a lot of support on multiple offers for the office for agents where they have their own offer coming in. And we have 20 to 26 thereabouts other offers that are sitting on the table. And what will happen is if you decide to try to manage that on your own, which you may be perfectly talented to do so, you may get a lot of buzz and noise from other agencies and you'll spend more time justifying your actions than actually doing the job. So I do encourage you to step forward and come to me in advance. If you think you're going to have a situation like that, I'm always happy to help. I'll work over the weekends. Heck, I'll even put together the spreadsheet for you, which for some of you might even be valuable in itself. But here's some of the learnings that I did get recently on 2 multiple bids that took place in January. One was a house of $1,079,000. So that's interesting. A house of $1,079,000 with 20 offers. Okay. And the other house was $595,000 with a total of 26 offers. So doesn't really matter where you are in the price point. In the heart of our market, because there is no inventory, you're going to get multiple offers. But here are some things that I found interesting that I didn't necessarily learn from our agents. I'd like to think of us as much more savvy, much more educated, understanding the process so much better. But I can't necessarily say that about some of our fellow associates that we run into in this business, because the questions that I get and the complaints that I get are rather interesting. So I thought I'd share with you my learnings, and they are: highest and best, best and final are not a requirement of a multiple bid. I knew that all along, but apparently some of your fellow associates did not. And they actually are very verklempt, angry, whatever, that they don't get an opportunity for a multiple bid. So here's what I always say to those folks that call me. Listen, when you make an offer and you know that there's another offer, and I'll tell anybody how many offers I have. I won't tell them if they're over asked, but I'll tell them I got 20, I got 10. You know what I say? If I have one, you have competition, bid accordingly. And what I mean by bid accordingly is go for the win. Don't hold back, don't wait. You may not get a chance to bid again. You may not get a counter. You may not get a best and final, highest and best. And the reason I don't like best and final and highest and best is because that's a false statement. Are you aware that if an offer comes in after your bidding deadline, after the bidding deadline, you must present it to your seller, unless you have in writing something from the seller. It says you will not present to me. And if you have one of those, you better come to me first, because I still need to validate with the seller that they really mean what they're telling you. Okay. At the end of the day, you have to present. So is a deadline really a deadline? No, it's not. And when you have multiple offers and they don't like the response they got, because if I have 26 offers, I'm giving 25 regrets, maybe even 26 regrets, which I'll get to later, but 25 regrets. Out of the 25 regrets, I always tell the seller, let's expect at least 1 or 2 to come back and bid again. Because even though I gave them the opportunity multiple times, not through highest and best, but just saying we have X number of offers in, we're going to be making a decision on X date. If you'd like to change your offer, please feel free to submit. And I've had people do that 3-4 times, and others haven't. And then they lose, and then they bid again. And you know what? I find that sellers like to stick with what they've been provided in the deadline. But there comes a point when an offer is compelling. On a $300,000, $200,000 house, $10,000 is extremely compelling, extremely. On $1 million house, $50,000 is compelling. So at the end of the day, people are going for the win because there's nothing else there's nothing else out there. And people are bidding like crazy out there. Crazy. It's a crazy market. It's a crazy ride. And until that crazy ride slows down, you need to know how to go for the win. So you need to know how others are bidding against you. The appraisal shortfall cannot be overcome by a VA, FHA, USDA, even a conventional loan, unless probably they have at least 20% down. And even if they have 20% down, they may not be willing to overcome, the buyer may not be willing to overcome the shortfall. They may not see the value. They want the seller to reduce their price. And please keep in mind that if they do overcome it and it changes, they don't have extra cash on the side, but they have the ability to do so with the 20% down. Now it's going to change their loan program most likely, and they're going to pay more, and they're going to pay a higher rate. And, they have to be willing to do that as well. So it's not as simple as you think. The appraisal, I waive it, this, that, and that thing. You really need to understand what they're telling you. Counter offers are not a buyer's right. Are not. You didn't counter me. Okay, we didn't like your offer. We acknowledged your offer. We received your offer. We have no obligation to counter your offer. Why would a seller with multiple offers ever counter an offer with the full asking price? Why? When you can get so much more at the end of the day. And that's why I don't use best and final. And that's why I like saying, you know what? We have X number of offers. You're welcome to change your price. We have maximized the return for many of our sellers. More than ever, I want you to understand on the offers that I do see that price alone is not a sure thing. So having the highest price puts you in the game for being considered versus all the rest, because you can usually cut away at least 3/4 of the offers that come across your desk and say thank you very much and goodbye. But price alone does not win the deal. There are all different reasons why people are selling when you have estates or whatever, conservatorships, whatever the case may be, terms sometimes matter even more. And I am finding that even if that's not the case, most sellers now are savvy enough to know that their deal could fall apart, or they've already had a deal fall apart in a multiple bid. And they want to make sure that they're picking the buyer that's going to get to the finish line with them. And they are looking at things like appraisals, inspections. And when you say in an offer, buyer understands property is being sold as is, yeah, they should. I don't find that to be a particular value, because here's the deal. Our contracts are written in the state of New Jersey as is. So that doesn't add anything to the game. And when they say, and we will limit our inspections to informational purposes only for structural, environmental, or safety, that doesn't mean anything to me either, because guess what? That's what our contracts say. So you really need to understand what you're putting forward. It sounds good. It sounds really great. I also counsel, letters are being written by agents, cover letters with their offers and making all these representations. And I always tell the seller, if it's not written in the body of the contract, just because the agent said it doesn't make it true. So if there is something special about your offer that you want somebody to know about, it better be written in the body of the offer, not on your cover letter, and it better be signed off on by your purchaser. I could keep going on this topic, and in fact, I'd love to. My next broker class is going to be this topic, and I welcome everybody to come to the table with me on this topic. Well, I'm sure I'll have more to share, but I believe there are strategies to win. I believe there are things you need to tell your seller before you even put the property on the market. I wrote something in here about coming soon can be a good thing or a very bad thing, and it can be. I hope that for those of you that did not have the opportunity to listen to the great training session that was done by Kelly Humquist recently, that you tap in and listen to it. In fact, I'm going to send you the link. And if you could listen to that link and watch and listen to what a very strong listing agent has to say about how she operates in the marketplace, communicating with their seller up front, setting those expectations, and how she does it. I'm not saying that's the way you should do it. I'm just saying, oh, now you understand how to bid against that. And we can go further into the topic. Thanks for listening.
Sally, you are passionate on this topic today.
Oh, I am.
Wow.
Can't
Wow.
help.
Two quick things I'm going to say here real quick. Number one, some of you have experienced this in the last 2 months, that when you get into a bind and Sally's got your back, she's awesome. And I've had a few of you reach out and share with me how amazing she's been. One big win, an agent with a procuring cause issue. Sally went to the hearing and won it. And our agent didn't have to pay anything to the other agent. So Sally is there. She's got your back. She works hard. She's got another big thing she's been dealing with the last few months, an agent being sued by a past client, where Sally's rolled up her sleeves right in there with attorneys, going to the house for inspections and walking the agent through the process. So Sally, thank you for everything you do. And I want to make sure you guys all know that she works very hard in order to support your protection and to have your back. I see some of those in the chat box. And one note, I put a stat up there as well in the chat box. Take a look at it. She mentioned $1 Million Homes. They're up 45% in the MLS and 20% in our area. This is closed units of $1 Million plus. So those stats are up there if you want to take a look at it. Thank you, Sally.
Thanks, Sally. Do you want to go over your broker SOS real quick?
On my what? These are my hours. Listen, guys, I do work really hard, and I will work for any of you outside the bounds of those hours that are published there. But I'm going to make one request so that I have the bandwidth to support those that really need me in off hours. And there are people that really need me in off hours. Things cannot wait. For those things that you can plan ahead, could you limit them to the Monday through Friday hours? That would be greatly appreciated so that I have the bandwidth to support the rest of the folks. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
Sally.
to reinforce, those are the Gottman times. If there's an emergency, we're always accessible, but let's definitely support her. So thanks, Sally.
Thanks.
All right, a word from our mortgage partners, Marie and Alex. I saw you guys on.
We're here. How are you?
Morning. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy 2021. Want to congratulate you all who had great success in 2020. Also, Maria and I want to, say thank you for putting your trust in us and helping your clients this past year. We're looking forward to being of service to you again in 2021. So let me just kind of start out by saying the great news is the fact that interest rates are probably going to stay rather low in the short term. I don't think we're going to see an increase in interest rates until this economy starts kicking up again. Right now, the unemployment rate's about 6.7%. I mean, we've had reports on retail sales slowing down a little bit. We've had manufacturing slowing down a little bit. So and the Fed has promised to try to keep these rates low until there's a kickstart in the economy. So that's the good news, right? So what does that mean? Most likely, we're going to have another situation of the gates opening and the buyers coming out full steam ahead, looking to purchase again this year. I think, one of the things that for you guys as realtors, when it comes to working with the buyers and presenting offers is to make sure that the buyers are prepared, right? Like we know that there are going to be multiple offers going in again this year, but how do we get them prepared so you can present that pre-approval letter quickly and get your offer in as soon as possible? And I just want to highlight that I think what's truly important is that you mentioned to your clients to have 3 things ready when they start looking for a house before they make a phone call to a loan officer, which is very simple: W-2s, pay stubs, and your tax returns. So W-2s for the last 2 years, your most recent pay stub, and tax returns for the last 2 years. That makes it so much faster for us to just jump on there and work on getting a pre-approval. Now, not everybody's going to obviously be in the same circumstance in regards to how they qualify, but obviously might have some people are more detailed, but for the most part, you're going to get most salaried and hourly people. So that's the one thing that I think is important to help push things along. And I'm just going to let Maria jump in here. I don't want to take too much time. Just let Maria jump in here and share a little bit. And thank you again. And we look forward to working with you and much success in 2021.
Thank you. I won't repeat everything Alex said. He speaks for both of us. Just know that it's still a great time to refinance, even if you agents, don't forget about yourselves. I know you're always looking out for your customers, but check your rates and see if it's a good time for you to refinance. Great class I have with Christina yesterday. I'll be sending everybody the link on how to post on social media. We'll be doing a monthly social media class, and then I'll be doing other classes as well. If you need anything, just let me know. I have all the links. I can email. Also, I'm going to be doing a class. Pam and Luke and I were talking about doing a class on closing costs and down payment, the difference. So we're gonna team up together for you guys and do a nice class for you guys so you can explain to your buyers the difference, because we're having a lot of problems with them not knowing. So we're here for you, weekends and nights, and we're looking forward to a really great year. We had a fabulous one with you this year, and we're looking forward to 2021. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, productivity coaching corner. Where is Ryan Van Hara?
I'm right here. All right, so I just wanted to give a big shout out to those that are in the coaching program. I am super excited about all the things that we've been doing. As you can see, there's a congratulations from Coach going on in the last couple of months. We weren't able to recognize them earlier. Margaret Krajewska, she actually had her first closing, which was a rental. I did want to thank Jill DeGrazio as well for helping a little bit in that process, so thank you to her as well. Bandish Patel had his first closing representing the buyer. Liza Morigliano, she took her first listing, as well as Patricio Santos Encolada doing their first listing as well. I also want to thank everyone else that was participating in the coaching program for spending the time, taking the time to do the activities to get their production going, and look forward to great things coming out of it.
Thanks, Ryan.
Good job.
All right, let's get into the numbers, the rock, the rebound.
Yeah, so we'll just go through these real quickly. We're outperforming the MLS and listings taken. It is down. The market is down by 7%. So we're kind of on pace with that. Next one. Volume, we're a little bit more down than the MLS with volume. All that means is we're taking a slightly lower average price listing than some of the competition in the marketplace. Closed units, a GSM was up by 4%. We were up by almost 17%. So, again, during the pandemic year, we sold almost 13% more homes than the average person, the average office in the GSMLS. And volume wise, we're up just a little bit there, but again, we're outperforming in both volume and units. Next one. Closed units and listing side, closed units listing side, where we're selling 13% more listings than the MLS. And closed units, next one. Volume, we're closing 28% more. So again, all these key categories where we're up from the MLS. Keep going.
All right.
So one last thing, just to remember this. Listings taken is down 7%. Written units in the MLS is up about 23%. So again, right now we're seeing demand outperforming supply by 30%, which is why we're still in a seller's market. That number I'll keep talking about, because as that number shrinks, as the difference between supply and demand gets closer, that's how we'll know we'll be getting back to a more normal market or perhaps a buyer's market. As soon as the new listings are outperforming the under contracts, that's when we know we're hitting a buyer's market. So keep listening for that term that I use, that again, demand is outperforming supply by 30%, which is why we have the seller's market we have. That's why this is the best time to sell your home. Make sure you're getting that message out there. I just want to, we had a bunch of questions. I'm never a fan of putting up the competition's marketing or stats, but we had a few people ask us about this, Caldwell Bank are putting out there that they're number one in Bedminster. Now it's kind of funny. They're number one in Bedminster for the month of December. But what they don't put in there is how many offices contribute to that number. So when you look at the slides to the left, they have 4 offices contributing to that number compared to 1 with us. And how many in that RE/MAX number?
4.
4. So again, we always, all of our stats that we put out there is always office by office, because we feel that's the most comparable way to do marketing. When you look at, we did a graph for this for the entire year in Somerset County. And again, we had 1 office compared to them having 20 offices contributing to that number. So I never do comparisons really by brand or by brokerage. I always do it office to office because it's the most convenient way to compare. I know that's small. You'll have it in the slide deck when you get it later on today.
Yeah. All right, market share. Number 1 in Basking Ridge. Bernardsville, we are number 1 in units, and I want to say a special congratulations to Melissa Reynolds. She's the number 1 Bernardsville agent by units, and Cheryl Mataluna is number 2 in units in Bernardsville.
And again, these stats are month to date, so these aren't last year. This is so far this month.
Market share in Bridgewater, number 1. Our market share in Somerset County, number 1. In all of the Garden State MLS, we are number 7. I will point out of the top 10 offices, 6 are Keller Williams. I always like to bring that up on a listing appointment. And like Michael said, you guys are going to have this whole slide deck for yourself, so you can put slides that you want into any listing presentation later on. Profit share, second best December in the history of profit share. Almost $38,000 went back to the agents, and today's the 21st. So check your Kelly, check your bank account. There should be some profit share in there.
And again, I want to reinforce that both our mortgage partners and our title partner contribute to that. So the fees that they pay through our marketing agreements go into our profit share pool to be shared with everyone that gets the gift of profit share.
All right. Quick video for you guys.
It's interesting. Every year people ask, where's family reunion this year? Where's family reunion this year? This year it's in your home. So again, the cool thing about that is back in Mega Camp, we weren't sure how that was going to go. It was amazing. The experience, the information, the learning, and we know family reunion is going to be even better. And the cool thing about this is typically family reunion will cost you $2,000 to $3,000 between registration, airfare, plane tickets. It's super expensive, and you're away from your family and your business for 4 or 5 days. This is going to be virtual. You're going to have a front row seat. Anyone that lets us know by the end of this month will get the family reunion for $80. I believe the prices go up to $129 into February. So all you have to do is let us know, throw in the chat box you want to attend. We'll purchase your ticket and put it on your monthly bill in February. That we make it very, very easy for you. Because the reason we do that is what allows us to do $80 is the fact that we can buy them in bulk. So by doing that this month, we'll be able to save you some money. And again, it's the type of thing where you can sit there and enjoy it. If you need to run an appointment, you can run, come back and watch what you missed. You'll have access to all the information for a couple of months afterwards. So I mean, $80 for this event is a very cool deal. And we love to get as many of you involved as possible. And again, during a couple of days, we'll do contests, prizes, giveaways, hopefully some type of a meal experience. We'd love to have you join us. It'll be a great couple of days of learning and growing together in this virtual world. So if you do want to attend, just throw in the chat box that you'd like a ticket. We'll make sure that we get you one and just put it on your bill next month. Great. I already see some people. Awesome. So we will let that go. Now, if you already registered and you paid the higher price, let us know. Send us your credit card statement and we will reimburse you the difference. Because if you didn't know about the $80 and you paid the higher price, I'll take that on me. So just let me know and we'll get you reimbursement for the difference. And if you introduce Ryan to an agent with another company that we talk to who wants to attend, we will not only pay for that person's ticket, but we'll also pay for your ticket as well. So again, if you introduce us to someone you're co-working with that might want to spend a couple of days with access to the learning, we'll pay for both your tickets.
Free family reunion? What?
Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
And it's just for the introduction, guys. It's not a hardcore recruiting appointment. I just want them to pick up the phone and talk to me for a few minutes and plug in. There's going to be really and truly, it's going to be great value if you attended Mega Camp. I know you all got something out of it. I was really pleasantly surprised. The script off battles and everything were really exciting. And I think we plan on doing the same thing this time, Facebook Lives and all the virtual meetups. So I'm pretty excited about family reunion.
And Luke Tyler just told me he'd love to sponsor prizes and meals. So we're going to eat like kings during this event and give away even cooler prizes than we did last time. We'll make that budget count. Thanks, Luke.
Ryan Van Harris said, if he's not mistaken, can we still go to Vegas and watch from our rooms? I mean, why not?
Go for it. You can watch it from wherever you want to watch it.
All right. Outfront's fresh start guide. I always like to bring up Josh Team's New Year outlook, right? So what can we expect? An expanded suite of value offerings for every business type. I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook post the other night. Twilio now has call forwarding. Pretty excited. We're going to see more innovation and more gratitude. I love what KW is doing. Big push on helping you guys build your passive income too. I'm posting the post in the Rockstars page for you guys to share yourself. They're all on culture and sharing this week, so by all means share them. It's all about helping you guys. And then just one more thing, our COVID-19 office update. So if you have a private office, you can come into work behind a closed door. You need to wear a mask when coming into the building and in the common areas of the office. If you do not have a private office, we still love you and want to see you too. All we need for you to do is to call myself or call Sam a day ahead of time so we can secure you a space to work.
We have a couple of vacant offices we can use. We have a couple of conference rooms. So again, we'd love to get you a space. We'll have it clean and sanitized before you get in there. So we want to give you an environment where you can come into work. We just ask you to give us notice so we make sure you have a safe and clean environment.
All right, so that's it from me today. How about you, Michael? Anything else to add?
No, I mean, when you look at these maps, the one thing that's interesting is this is the lowest flu season in the history of our country. You know, so it's people are getting COVID and then people are wearing masks, but you know, the flu season is almost non-existent this year. So, you know, we'll keep navigating. Can you close your screen so we're bigger?
I sure can.
We'll keep navigating through this. And again, so you guys know, I kind of watch what's going on with the daily cases in New Jersey, and that's how I make my decisions of access to the office. And at one point last week, we peaked to 7,000, which was the highest we've had in a day yet. Then we saw 5 straight days of decline, with the last one I checked being 3,700 yesterday. So again, that's why we're opening this. But know that if we find someone comes in that gets infected or they spike up again, I may shift. So just be ready to work from home should you need to, because I'm going to keep watching that daily COVID case, and I'll actually post that link. So that way you can kind of keep an eye on it too. And know that the reason we make these decisions is to make sure we're providing an environment where I can at least keep the staff in so we can get your commission checks paid on time and keep the training going, keep the support going. If I've got to move the whole staff home like we did last year, that just really slows down the way that we support you. So again, my number one goal is to support you at the highest level we can and make sure you're paid quickly. But I want to do it in a safe and healthy manner for all. So here is the New Jersey Daily Dashboard. So that way you kind of see where I'm going to get information. Now, just to let you know, I myself was quarantined for 4 days last week because I coached my son's basketball team, and someone that was on the team tested positive and was actually really sick, a 12-year-old kid. So me and my son were quarantined for about 4 days last week, which was honestly a terrifying experience. And we had one of our agents that got pretty sick. It was very, you know, she said to me yesterday, it was much harder than she would have ever anticipated it being, and she's still trying to come through it. So this is real, guys. This is real. It's out there, and we'll navigate it the best we can. But my number one priority is keep everyone safe as I can in the environments I can control, and make sure we provide nonstop support and service for you so we can keep supporting your business. Any questions on any of those topics? I see Sally just asked if you completed continuing ed. I know we had a class that we put invitations out to for ethics. I've got a class coming up for short sales. That's continuing ed. So we're blasting those things out to you. So, you know, plug into them. We're trying to do it for, you know, extremely inexpensive. I think $10 a class, but and that goes pretty much to the instructors that we have to pay in order to teach that. So please plug into those things so that way you get continuing ed soon.
And then for the newer agents, if you got your license after July of 2020, you do not need to do credit. So don't get nervous for my newer agents that came after July, okay?
Take one more second. Any questions at all about the market, the business, the market center, COVID? Any questions at all? No holds barred. How are we doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, 1 being I'll never come to a sales rally again. Can you throw in the chat box your number, how you would rate today and the information you received and the content we delivered on? Awesome. Anything else, Brian?
That's it for me. I wanted to get you guys out on time, an hour as promised. So thank you for coming. We appreciate your guys' time. Have a great day. Remember, we are here to support you and your business. Don't be shy.
Awesome. Great seeing y'all, seeing you all. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.